right, so control the narrative is, let's say, a collective of questions based around areas that black people influence but lack ownership in these areas. So it's not about being right, it's not about being wrong, it's about controlling the narrative.
Gotcha.
In the black community, we look at it like the black house. So in the black house, where are we?
In the black house, I think that we're doing good. However, we need more black privilege. We need more black people to privilege each other because they're black. We need more black people to collaborate, to respect each other, to show love to each other because you black, because you're trying to do something. We need more black people to help each other out because you my brother, because you came from where I came from and now understand the struggle. That's what we need. We need black privilege. White privilege is not the only privilege out there. Every other culture, they stick to their culture. They have their money circulating within their culture before it goes outside of their culture. You know what I'm saying? We got to do the same shit.
So based on what you're saying of where we are, where are we going?
I think we're going in a very positive direction as a black community. I think that with every generation, we do better and we're taking steps closer, even though our enemies are trying to hold us back. But the next generation, as they come up, they are doing things differently. We are going to eventually get to a point where we are going to start valuing each other a lot more. We are going to understand the game that's being played upon us. We're going to understand all the bullshit that's in the media and on social media. And we're going to understand that the best way to get to the top, man, is just loving each other. How do we get there? Don't believe everything that you see. They're going to always show us the negative shit within our community. They're going to always show you a white police officer killing a black person. That shit been going on since forever. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to continue to happen. And motherfuckers think that with this last situation with Chauvin that things going to change. I think things have changed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But with us as a people, we got to come together a whole lot more. We got the strength. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to use it. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? So we come together. We put our power together. We love each other. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You love me. Regardless of who you are, whether I know you or not. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get to where we need to get to.
Yeah. What's something positive about the black house?
Man, there's so many things that's positive. The whole world pretty much is copying us. They copying our women, they shape, they look, they copy our style, our rap style. I believe that the black house is the biggest influence in this motherfucking world on people. The black house.
What are some black businesses you would like to shout out right now?
I'll start off with myself. Bang Too Real, rapper, promoter. Got Quarantine now, tax season dropping. Got Devil on My Soul dropping. Got collabs dropping with the dude. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of music coming out. As a promoter, Red Rumble Series 1 is already out on YouTube. We're most likely gonna do some more pretty soon. Blazer Stage is gonna kick back. Doing June 21st. Make Music Madison is gonna be a Blazer Stage show that day. So first shout out is gonna be to myself. You know what I'm saying? Making moves, and I'm also making other, you know, investments as well. You know what I'm saying? Under the scene. Shout out to LessWork for having me here. You know what I'm saying? Bring out one of many.
Real love.
Kilo. And who else? One Motion.
Shout out Antoine.
Shout out Antoine McNeil. And it's so many. Shout out my man Dash.
Shout out
Dash Dub, Radio 22, Talk 22.
We have
With Mizzle Dizzle, Jay Mizzle, Marcus Porter, MP, Patience the Chef. Shout out Breezy, JFK, K-San Kofa, Elise Mosley, Jay Church. Who else? Super Friends. Shit, man, it's so many niggas, you know what I'm saying? Bob the Hippie, Shout out to everybody that performed at my birthday party. Anybody that got a black business, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? For being self-employed, you know, for not just working for somebody else, but trying to, you know, be something. You know what I'm saying? Trying to have something and build an empire that you could pass down and pass down and pass down. You know what I'm saying? Like other motherfuckers are doing. You know what I'm saying? So building something, you know, shout out to you, you know, even if I ain't mention you, you know what I'm saying? The Kingdom, shout out to the Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? LessWork, do a lot of work with them. Shout out to them. Man, shout out to anybody that's just trying to do something, just period. Anybody that's trying to do something positive. I don't give a fuck if you were hustling. If you were hustling for something positive, you know what I'm saying? You trying to stack up that bag, you know what I'm saying? To do something better for yourself and your family. Shout out to you too. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't easy, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us come from the bottom. I came from the bottom as well, so I know how it is, you know what I'm saying? And you just trying to come up and you just trying to become something better, you know what I'm saying? For yourself, your lady, your man, your family, your kids. You know, so shout out to everybody that's out here hustling, doing what they doing, being smart about it, and trying to build on their future. You feel me? Shout out to all y'all, period.
How many times would you say per month that you shop at Walmart?
If I gotta give a number, just to give a number, a month, I'd say once a month. Most likely, if I go to Walmart, I'm going to get my daughter something. You know what I'm saying? She like getting toys and stuff like that for Walmart. So I'll go to Walmart to get her something. Other than that, I mean, if I'm already there, I'll grab some shit. You know what I'm saying? My son, he likes to game cards, the PlayStation cards. So I probably, you know what I'm saying, grab that. Might grab a bottle or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, other than my daughter being the main influence, there's nothing I can really think of that I'd be like, oh, I gotta go to Walmart to go grab that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe once a month, you know, I shop at Walmart. We got so much money in our community. I know we probably spend, and I don't know the exact number, but we probably spend billions of dollars a year.
To be honest, it's 1.5.
Okay, so I was
trillion.
Oh, trillion. Okay, so 1.5 trillion dollars a year. Think about how much money we spend on everybody else, on their name, their legacy, their company. My thing is support your people first. If that $1 trillion was in the black community first and then went out, we'll be so much higher. Black banks, black schools, online businesses, grocery stores, hospitals. So when shit pop off like the coronavirus, you know, we got somewhere we can go where we can trust our own and be like, yo, tell me about this shit. Like real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't got to trust other people to tell us what the fuck is going on that don't have our best interests. And we got to have our own best interests. That 1.5 trillion, you know what I'm saying? If niggas stop buying a fucking Gucci bag, just one Gucci bag a year, and just put that shit on a black business, you know what I'm saying? If everybody stop buying fucking belts and shit that, you know, and I ain't trying to say, you know, don't just fly. You know, I mean, you know, live your life. Be happy doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But be mindful of the game that's being played. It's real easy to not know that there's a game being played on you. It's real easy to not know that you are in a war and you losing because it's not a physical war. Motherfuckers ain't really coming at you. You know what I'm saying? With the guns or nothing like that. It's a mental game. You know, back to the point, the 1.5 trillion that my man One of Many said, if that went in the black community first, and we at least just bought into everything that we love, barbershops, nail shops, restaurants, clothes, your shoes, we start to invest in the things that we love, everything that's in our hood, in the community, everything that other races invest in is in our community. If we own that and we actually build our own community, that 1.5 trillion, we will be, man, we'll go to the top so fast. Imagine being born in a culture and your moms and your pops is like, all you gotta do is work hard, build a great brand, and the black community will support you. Imagine that, as opposed to how we grew up. You know what I'm saying? Which Motherfuckers ain't saying that shit at all. We put money behind a gorilla hair glue girl. Whatever it is, she got way too much motherfucking money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hating on her, but the whole point is look what we support. We'll support somebody putting fucking gorilla glue in their hair. You know what I'm saying? But your neighbor is trying to have a catering business, you know what I'm saying? And you don't even want to buy their food. I don't want to say, you know what I'm saying, no restaurant names, but you will go spend $50, you know what I'm saying, at a restaurant, you know, but
that's heavy, man.
That 1.5 trillion, man, it gotta come to us first. Come to us first. Man. And then put it out. So at my job, there was this one guy, he black dude, young black dude, he's probably like 21. And he started the job I work at, but then he just stopped showing up. It's been like 2-3 days. You know what I'm saying? And he just didn't show up. And I talked to my manager about it, like, man, where dude at? And he told me, you know, he called and said that he don't have a ride. I said, where he stay at? Bro stayed like on my way to the job. Now I don't know this nigga at all. I told my manager, I said, tell him, give him my number and tell him to call me. I will pick him up in the morning. And bro called me and I told him, yo, I'll meet you tomorrow and I'm going to get up extra early. I work mornings. I'm going to get up extra early to come pick you up. You just got to make sure that you are up and you ready. And I don't know this nigga. I get up extra early, do all my shit extra early just to pick up a complete stranger, to take him to work. You know what I'm saying? Just because he black and he young and he going through some shit. And I didn't want to see him lose a job where he can start off making at least 50 at 21 years old, struggling. That 50 a year take you to the next level. I didn't want to see him losing that job. I used to pick this nigga up every motherfucking day. Every motherfucker, I don't even know this nigga. I told him straight up, I was like, only thing I want you to do, pay it forward, bro. Look out for somebody else. The same way I did for you.
What's one problem exclusive to black people?
There's a couple problems. If I could only speak on one, I would say that we don't know our worth. We don't know how strong we are in that black house. They play this game on us so that you as a young mind, you are drawn into Bad Girls Club and hip hop Atlanta, and you think like that's just how, you know, black women are, attitudes and shit like that. And you got, you know, I ain't gonna say no names, and you got, you know, the dudes on there just cheating like crazy and shit like that, and they put that shit out there like that's just how we are, and they just doing that to influence you, younger people. Because older people like myself, I ain't influenced by that shit because I already know what the fuck it is. But if I'm 15, 16, 17 years old and I'm trying to find myself and I'm seeing that shit, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna draw me in real easy because that's what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at the age where, you know, I don't want to listen to my parents. I'm too cool. I'm going to listen to outside influences and pass on this fake ass tradition that they building. You know what I'm saying? To keep us where we are.
Let's say the who's of the NBA attempt to start their own version of the NBA. Do you think it'll be successful? Why not?
If you took the biggest names in the NBA, black people, the biggest black names in the NBA, out the NBA, motherfuckers probably wouldn't even watch it. They wouldn't watch it. LeBron James ain't there no more. Just out the blue. He was like, fuck it. He ain't there no more. Kyrie ain't there no more. Them boys on the Warriors ain't there no more. Imagine if they all was like, man, you know what? We're going to do our own thing. At the time to do that was when Jay-Z and, was it Fat Joe? That would have been a perfect time for them to be like, man, you know what? We can do this shit our motherfucking selves. Football, basketball, it don't matter. You know, if they all just started their own league, people will watch it. I'll watch it. I think it'll blow. I think Akon was like, if all the athletes and the actors took their business to Africa, it'll build Africa up.
We are, like you said, minimizing our value by shooting local music videos, wearing shit like true Robin jeans, even Nike, right? In a sense, right? Because your video could possibly be seen 1 million times plus, right? So they gonna see that brand when it could have been your homie brand. You know, he trying to get his shit up.
You right on that.
You chose to put that brand on because of the psychological effect of watching your favorite rapper grow up. Speaking of culture, speaking of influence, let's talk about somebody who is controlling their influence and 100% profits of what they doing. Kanye West. Kanye is either currently en route or looking to produce all of his Yeezy brand lines in America.
I didn't know that. I think that that's big because his brand is big, and if he brings it to America, then it will provide a lot of jobs.
Facts.
It'd be good just to even know that somebody your color, like if you are in that black house, homie came from Chicago. He ain't come from the suburbs or you know what I'm saying, a rich household. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely an inspiration. If he do bring his business to America and to provide jobs, you know what I'm saying, that'll be somebody else there. You can be like, yo, he started off as a producer, but look at what he has done ever since then. Son, daughter, you can become something. We have black people like Kanye that, you know, we can look up to, and, you know, shout out to him.
All right, so when you hear brands like Nike, what's the first thing you think about?
I just think of shoes. Do they still own Jordans?
I think they got a percentage.
Okay.
They still in his pocket. Off the Jordan shoe, I think Jordan's probably making up in $100 million every year. So, and then shoes make a lot of money. So, it's still good money, but like he just bring home a share, and it's worth looking into as well.
It's mostly what I wear: Jordans, ones. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably dip in some Air Max or maybe something different, but Jordans is the shoe. You know what I'm saying? It's the shoe. Like it's to me, it's more than a name. You know, I mean, Jordan built a pair of shoes that lasts a motherfucking lifetime. Yeah. I got Jordans I ain't worn in some years. I just gotta wipe them bitches off, and they good to go. You know, so it's a good quality shoe.
If you had $1 for every Facebook friend that you have, which would basically give you $5,000, would you have more Facebook friends or more money in your bank account?
More money in my bank account, the fuck?
You know what I mean? So, it's like Facebook is not all bad, but it's like when we are basically living in this disadvantaged world, it's going to come down to finances.
Like, I ain't laughing at nobody that got less than 5,000 because I was there. How I look at money, it's fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't real. We put value on something that's not even valuable, you know what I'm saying, to create a lifestyle that's beneficial for motherfuckers that already got it. The right decisions is the decisions that make you a better person. Personality traits, being 100, being real, being trustworthy, being loving, being patient, being humble, having friends, giving respect, being appreciative, looking out for your neighbor, looking out for your people, looking out for your friends, looking out for your family. You know, being a good father, being a good mother, being a good uncle, being a good sister, being a good brother, being a good son, being a good mother, being a good daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these things, you know what I'm saying, to me is way more valuable than money.
Say what you do currently is what you want to do for the rest of your life?
Hell no. No, not completely, because, you know, I still work for somebody. And, you know, and I don't work for somebody. I work for a group of people that came together to build the company that I'm working for. You know what I'm saying? I know we touched on that earlier. You know, black people need to come together, you know what I'm saying, to build that shit. And that's what I work for. I work for a bunch of motherfuckers that came together, you know what I'm saying, to build some shit. But I do music and I do promotion. That's what I want to do with my life. Like, that's one of the main things I want to do with my life. Music, get money off that, dipping into other investments. Shit, I just want to be free as a bird. That's really what I want to be. I want to be free as a bird, not work for nobody.
What's stopping you from doing what you really want to do?
Only thing that's stopping me from doing what I want to do is the fact that I'm not making enough money doing what I want to do. And shit, nigga got bills, nigga got debt, you know what I'm saying? So I have to make a certain amount of money a month, you know what I'm saying, to sustain the lifestyle that I created for myself.
Are you familiar with the term reparations?
Hell yeah, familiar.
If black people were to receive their reparations today or this month, what would be your first purchase?
You said if?
Yeah.
It really depends on how much the reparations are. 10,000. Let's say I gave every black person 10,000.
Start.
They dropped $10,000 in my bank account right now. What would I do with it? It's really not a whole lot of money. I would invest in myself. I wouldn't go get fly. I wouldn't go get a $10,000 car. I wouldn't blow it. You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
Like, you know, a lot of motherfuckers probably think like, oh shit, I got 10 bands, shit, let's go shopping. Like, I mean, I would invest in myself, just like I hope everybody else would invest in themselves.
What's something positive about being a local artist or rapper?
One of the best things about being a local artist is that you get to connect with other people that's in your field, like personally. I know a lot of local artists, a lot of DJs, radio DJs, you know what I'm saying, and it's all cool, man. It's all love, you know. I think that's one of the best things about it, and especially when you're trying to build a city up like Madison, and you know everybody will kind of have the same goal. We all just try to do our part to build up the city. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a great thing, and especially if, or not even if, but when it does happen. You know what I'm saying? And you would say, damn, I played a part in that. You know, I played a part in, you know, Madison being on the map. I think that's a great thing, knowing that you rapped, or you do shows, or you was a radio personality, or you an event planner, or you was a host, or you did the comedy, or you know, you did something to put Madison on the map, man. I think that's a great feeling to build something up. My name is Bang. Bang or Bang Too Real, it don't matter. BANGTOOREAL. I control my own narrative because I do what I love, and I don't care what other people think about me. I build myself, I'm building my own brand, and I'm not gonna let anybody else put a tag on what I'm building. I'm not gonna let them put a negative tag on what I'm doing. I'm doing my music, I'm doing my shows, and that's 100% me. Anybody that know me knows that I'm 100. What's real is real.
It's real. Love is always love.
LessWork. Grassroots, paid plenty dues. Gave the game away but couldn't lose. Sight of what I saw coming soon. Concrete roses still blue. We got the right now, we got the way. In-house everything, I'm not a slave. In other words, we made a lane. I want it local, you want it fame. Protecting my energy, I won't be drained. We not in synergy, we not the same. All of my enemies know me by name. If Kilo ain't killing them, I want the blame.